Hi students, do you think that the value of acceleration due to gravity can be different at different places? Is it possible somewhere on the earth the value of g can be zero? What do you think about this? So let's discuss in today's lecture about all of this. That means in today's lecture we are going to talk about the acceleration due to gravity and its variation on the surface of the earth. So, welcome to the Talk Institute. I'm Anu Gupta and I will be teaching this particular topic to you, in which we will be talking about the acceleration due to gravity. First of all, we will try to understand what is acceleration due to gravity. Yes, we have already studied about this. We have used this in the motion chapter also, but here we will study about this in detail. We will also talk about its value and as well as the formula from which we found this value, which is 9.8 meter per second square, right? And after that, we will be talking about the variation in acceleration due to gravity. Yes, there are some factors on which the value of g depends. Till now, we have studied that the value of g will be 9.8 meter per second square. But in reality, this value is not constant. It depends upon many factors, and today we are going to discuss about that. With that, we will also discuss the numericals so that there will be the better understanding of this topic. So I hope everyone is ready for this. Yes? Can we start? Are you ready? Now let's go. Everyone, look here and let's talk about the acceleration due to gravity first of all. Acceleration due to gravity. So listen carefully. What do we know that whenever we apply the force on a body, yes, whenever we apply the force on the body, then what happens with the body? Bataiye? You need to tell me, if I'm going to apply the force on a body, then it will going to accelerate. Yes, we can say that if I have this body having mass m, and if I will apply the force on this, then I can say that this body will start accelerating, which is F equals to ma, right? Now, if I'm saying that I have a body here of mass m, now the force will be applied by the Earth's gravity. So basically, the force which is applied, that is due to the Earth's gravity. So it will going to give you the acceleration. So what we have specified here, if the force applied is due to the Earth's gravity, so the acceleration which we will get, that is what? The acceleration due to gravity. So basically, to that acceleration we have given a different name. Acceleration due to Earth's gravity, due to Earth's force. So this is something called acceleration due to gravity, which we represent with small g. Yes, which we represent with small g, right? So here we can say that the acceleration for any object moving under the sole influence of gravity, that is called acceleration due to gravity, and is denoted by, yes, g. Okay, if I'm talking about its SI unit, so it is what? It is acceleration, and the SI unit of acceleration is meter per second square. Similarly, if I talk about its CGS unit, that will be centimeter per second square. And as we have already studied, the value is 9.8 meter per second square. Now, the question arises here, from where we got to know about this value 9.8. Now, let's try to find out this particular value of G, 9.8. And we will also see the formula for the G. Okay, let's see here. So, for that, what we need to consider, so let us suppose this is the earth, all right? And here, very near to the earth, I have a body of mass m. And I'm going to consider that the mass of the earth is m and is having radius r. Okay. Now we can say that the mass of the earth and this body mass m, they both are having some force. Which kind of force they have? They have the gravitational force. Very good. So according to the universal law of gravitation, I can say that they have some attractive force in between them. Okay, so that one I can write it as, according to universal law of gravitation, I can say that the force between them is G m m divided by the distance between them. Now I'm saying that this particular body is very near to the earth's surface, right? This is very near to the earth's surface. So I'm considering that the distance between them is r only. So this is what r square. This is first expression. Now what do we know? That whatever is the body on the surface of the earth, that is attracted by the earth with force mg, right? With the value F equals to mg. So I can say that the force acting on this body due to earth's gravity is F equals to mg. Now we know that these two forces are same only. Okay, so we will compare equation 1 and 2. Okay, so students, if we are going to compare these two equations, can you tell me what will be the value of small g? Can you tell me its formula from here? Can you find out? Please try to find out. Try this. So as we can see here, this is mg equals to capital G, capital M, small m divided by r square. Now from here, small m will cancel out. The remaining portion is what? G equals to capital G, capital M divided by r square. So what we can see here is that the small g is equals to capital G. Capital G is what? Universal law of gravitation. And its value is 6.67 into 10 raised to minus 11. Where m is the mass of the earth or mass of the planet, whatever will be the planet. And r is what? R is the radius of the earth, right? So we can observe one thing here, that small g depends upon all these. Do we have any mass of the body here? Like if I have a body of mass 10 kg, okay, the other one is having 1000 kg mass, and I'm going to leave both of the bodies together. What do you think? What will be the acceleration acting on this, and what will be the acceleration acting on this? Come on, tell me. What do you think? What should be the acceleration on these bodies? That should be g only. Very good. That should be g only. Why is it so? Because we can see here in the expression that the small g does not depend upon the mass of these bodies. It depends upon the mass of planet. If the planet is the same, then you will get same g for both, because it does not depend upon these masses, right? So its value is also g, and this one will also be g. Good? Yes. Now let's come here. Now what are we saying? Here the value of g is 6.67 into 10 raised to power minus 11 Newton meter square per kg square. If I am talking about m, then m is what? M is mass of earth. Mass of earth, which is equals to 6 into 10 raised to power 24 kg. If you are talking about r, then r is radius of earth, which is equals to 6.4 into 10 raised to power 6 meter. So what are we going to do? Using all these values in equation 3. We need to put all these values here. Alright? And then we will be getting g as 9.8 meter per second square. So from here we got this value. You understood this? That you have to put the value of the mass of the earth, radius of the earth, then you can get the acceleration due to gravity of the earth. Similarly, if you want to find for other planet, what we have to do? We just need to put the mass and the radius of that planet, you will get the g. You understood this? Yes? So from here, I can conclude that acceleration due to gravity is something which is directly proportional to mass of the planet and inversely proportional to square of the radius of the planet. If you are going to increase its mass, like if I'll talk about Jupiter, then if you are going to increase the mass, then automatically its g will also be increased. Yes? So you understood this? Very nice. So we will remember this particular example. We'll remember this particular formula for g. Got it? Yes? Okay. Now I have a question for you. Come on, everyone. Let's try this. I hope everyone can do this question. Read the question carefully. Everyone, read the question carefully. If the radius of the earth shrinks by 1%, maintaining its mass, means we are not going to change the mass of the body. We are just going to shrink the radius. Shrink the radius means we are going to decrease the radius. Then what will be the change in the value of g? Come on. Will it increase, decrease, or what? So for here, we can use this formula g equals to gm by r square. And as we know that g is constant, and in this question mass is constant, right? So according to that, we can say g is inversely proportional to r square. So if you are going to decrease r, right, if you're going to decrease the r because you're shrinking that, right, so in that case g will going to increase. Yes, because they are inversely proportional to each other. You got it? So the answer should be increases. G will going to increase. Understood? All right. Okay, so here we understood this particular formula g equals to gm by r square. Now on the basis of that, now on the basis of this formula, we are going to move on the next topic, which is variation in acceleration due to gravity. Yes, the acceleration due to gravity is not same everywhere. We are saying g is 9.8, but in reality it is different at different places. That's true. Yes, if I'm going to talk about the surface of the earth, here the value is 9.8 meter per second square. But you know what? If we will go above the surface of the earth, like if we will go to the mountains, so if we will go to some height, then the value of g decreases. Yes, if we are going to move like this, then you will find that the new g will be less than this. It starts decreasing, and that is why on the mountains we feel some nausea, there is some bleeding from the nose, right? It happens because of this reason, because g starts decreasing as we move up. Okay, now my next question, this is the question, this was the question in which we were going up. Okay, but if I will start digging the earth, and if I will go inside the earth, that means from the surface of the earth, if we will go to depth, what do you think? What will be g? What will be the effect on that? Will it increase, decrease, or remain same? What do you think? G decreases. Yes, g again decreases. It does not increase, it decreases. So even if we are going inside the earth, like in the depth, you will find that g decreases here. G decreases. And if we will go and move to the center of the earth, like if I'm talking about this particular point, then we will find that here the acceleration due to gravity becomes 0. Yes, at the center of the earth, the value of acceleration due to gravity is 0. Okay, so that means at the center, if I want to know about the weight, the formula is m into g. If the acceleration due to gravity is 0 there, that means at the center of earth, our weight will become 0. And we feel weightlessness. We feel like that we do not have the weight in us. Okay, so yes, somewhere on the earth this is possible that G can be 0. Like in this condition, you can see that, right? Okay, so till now I told you these things that okay, G will going to decrease there, G will going to decrease here also. But if I'll ask you by what factor, okay, or just tell me the value. If it is 9.8 here, then what will be the value here? Will it be 7.6? Will it be 6.4? If I want to ask you, then I need a formula for that, and we are going to discuss that. Okay, now we are going to discuss the formulas for that. Apart from this, we have one more factor on which G depends, and that is what? Shape of the earth. Yes, it also depends upon the shape of the earth, because earth is not spherical. Okay, earth is not spherical, it is something like this, it is an oval shape, and because of that G changes. Okay, let's see this. Actually, this is the shape of the earth, and here I can say that this one is pole and this one is equator. Okay, so from here, if I'll see the radius, then you will find this is the radius RE and this one is RP. From this diagram, can you tell me whether RE is greater or RP is greater? Come on, tell me. So from here, we can see that RE is greater than RP. This particular radius is more. And what do we know? G equals to GM by R square. So we can say that if radius is more, then G will be less. Right? If radius is more, then G will be less. Radius is more for equator, then G will be less for equator and more for poles. That is true. Yes, it happens that on the surface of the earth itself, we find that the acceleration due to gravity value is more on the poles rather than in equator. Not on the equator, we have the maximum value. On equator, we have the less value, right? Here, the value is less, and here the value is maximum. So just remember this. GP is greater than G. Got it? So because of the shape of the earth also, the value of G varies. Is it clear? Got it? Okay. Now let's move to the next one, which is the altitude above the earth. Now we are going to do the derivation for that. Okay, everyone is ready? Can we start? Let's see this. Okay. So for that, first of all, let's make the earth. Let us suppose this is the earth surface here. So here, I'm saying that the value of acceleration due to gravity is G. Okay. And the radius is R. And the mass of the earth is M. Okay. Its radius is R. Its mass is M. So I'm saying that what is the value of G at this point? I can say that it is G M by R square. I can say that. Yes. Okay. Now, if we are moving till height h above the earth's surface, so I want to know the value of G dash at this point. Okay. So if I have to write the G dash, then G dash will be like G, capital G, mass is M, because here we have the mass M. And what is the distance between the center and this point? Come on. Tell me this distance. That is R plus H. Yes. This is what? R plus H. So I can write this as R plus H whole square. So here we have equation 1. Here we have equation 2. First of all, we can write like this. G for this point, G dash for this point. Now, we have to divide them. Okay. So we are going to divide. So this will be G dash by G equals to GM upon r plus h whole square divided by gm upon r square. We can write like this. See? Okay. Now, the next point, gm will cancel out and g dash upon g will be equals to, because this will go to that side. So, this is r square upon r plus h whole square. So, here I can say that the new acceleration due to gravity will be g dash equals to g r square upon r plus h whole square. You understood this? That g dash is g r square upon r plus h square. This is the expression which we are getting for the height above the surface of the earth. This is the expression we can use. Alright. Now here we are going to do one thing. This is the particular formula which we can use if height is comparable to radius. And if height is too much comparatively, if height is like more. But sometimes it happens, like if I'll say you, okay, dear, you can go to 10th floor, just go to the 10th floor and tell me what will is the change in G. So you'll say that, ma'am, till 10th floor, there will be not much change, right? So when we have very less change in the value of H, we have some different formula for that. We are going to use the binomial theorem, binomial expansion there, and we can modify this. So what we are saying, if h is very very small compared to radius, okay, radius of the earth, matlab how much, if h is smaller than equals to 320 kilometers, or I can say smaller than equals to 5%, then in that case I will be using binomial expansion. So then in that case it will become g dash equals to g, all right, 1 minus 2h by r. Now this will be the expression. G dash equals to g into 1 minus 2h upon r. So this expression we will use when the height given is smaller than 320 kilometers. Understood this? Okay. So I hope you understood how we have done this expression. Is it clear to you? Yes? See this. Okay. Okay, everyone. Now we are going to see the question related to this. Everyone, look here. Let's go and watch the question. Let's try to solve the question here. See, at what height above the earth's surface the value of g is half of its value on the earth's surface? Now listen carefully what they are saying. The value of g becomes half. Okay, the new value of acceleration due to gravity becomes half of its initial value. So we have the two formulas. The one is gr square upon r plus h square when we have the height is too much, and the second one 1 minus 2h by r. So if I'm asking you that the value of g becomes half, 50% changes there. So what do you think? The value of h will be small or too much? That will be greater. So we are going to use which formula here? The first one. Are you getting my point? That if the acceleration due to gravity becomes half, that means there must be huge change in the height. So that's why we are saying that here we can use g dash equals to g r square upon r plus h whole square. Now in the question what they were saying, g dash, that means the new acceleration due to gravity becomes half of this g. So I can write like this. Now what we can do in the next question? Now what we can do in the next step? G will cancel out. So here we have 1 by 2 equals to r square by r plus h whole square. Now look at this carefully. Sometimes what students do, they do the a plus b whole square. So rather than doing like this, it's better that you take under root both sides like this. In that case, the question becomes very easy. See, you can cancel like this. Now you have 1 by root 2 equals to r upon r plus h. You got it? Now this will be r plus h equals to root 2r. Now what we have to find? We have to find that height. So you take like this, take it to this side, root 2 r minus r. Now what we can do? Take r common. Then it will be root 2 minus 1. So if we will see this, then root 2 is 1.4 minus 1 into r, which is something equals to 0.4. And what is the value of r? 6400 kilometer. Yes, this is the radius of the earth, which is equals to 6400 kilometer. So if we will do this multiplication, then we know we will be getting 2649.6 kilometer. Yes, if we will do this, then we will be getting 2649.6 kilometer. So that's how we can do this question. You understood how we have done this? Okay. First of all, make sure you read the question carefully. After reading the question, we can do this question step by step like this. Okay. Okay. After this, are you ready to move to the next part? What is the next part? Come on, tell me. That we have to find out the acceleration due to gravity expression for the depth. Yes, for the depth. Okay. Now for that, we are going to modify the formula. First of all, let's modify a simple formula. The formula which we were saying, gm by r square. Okay. Now, here m is what? Mass. And mass is what? Mass is density into volume. So I can say that this is what? This is the density of the earth into volume. Now, what is the volume of the earth? We consider that the earth is in spherical shape. Okay. So I can write this as g by r square rho. And what is the volume of the sphere? That is 4 by 3 pi r cube. Is it correct? Now what we can say here? R square will cancel with this. Okay. So finally what we have? G equals to 4 by 3 pi rho gr. Got it? So when sometimes in the question mass is not given, density is given, then we can use this expression. Right? So for the next one, for the depth, okay, below the surface of the earth, I'm going to use this particular formula. You understood how we are finding? Okay, at the place of mass, we can use density into volume. So with that, we can find out this. Okay, all right. Okay, students, let's move to the next one. Let's talk about this depth below the earth. Come on. When we are going from the surface of the earth to the depth, the value of G decreases. Yes, it decreases. But with what factor? What formula we can use here? Let's come here. Okay, let's try this. Now, let us suppose here we have the earth. Okay. So at this point, okay, at this point, the G is 4 by 3 pi rho g r. Rho is the density of the earth, right? Rho is the density of the earth and r is the radius of the earth. Now we are saying let's move to this point. Let us suppose we are moving depth d at this point from the surface of the earth till depth d. So now we have to find out acceleration due to gravity at this point. Okay. So I can say that this is what? G dash equals to 4 by 3 pi. Rho will be same because we are going to consider that the density of the earth is uniform. Okay. We are considering that the density of the earth is uniform. That's why this rho and here also rho. And G is constant. Now R is the distance from the center of the earth. R is the distance from the center of the earth to the point where we have to find out the acceleration due to gravity. So where we have to find the acceleration due to gravity? At this point? Yes. And where's the center? Here. So basically we need to find this distance. So we know that this complete one is r, and this one is d. So if I will subtract like this, r minus d. So this one is what? R minus d. You understood this? What we are saying? This is r and this one is d. So if you will subtract d from this r, you will get this distance, right? So let's write this one. So r minus d. We got this? Yes. Now what we can do? We can divide them. So 4 by 3 pi, 4 by 3 pi, rho, g will cancel out. Now what we are saying, this is g by g dash equals to r by r minus d. Yes. So if we will do the reciprocal of this, we are getting g dash by g equals to r minus d by r, which can further be written as g into r minus d by r, right? And if we will divide this, so this is 1 minus d by r. So this is the expression for acceleration due to gravity, some depth below the surface of the earth. Here d is the depth from the surface of the earth. You got it? So this is my expression, g dash equals to g into 1 minus d by r. Okay, whenever the question will come, you have to use this particular formula. Okay, do you remember that I told you that if we will talk about at the center of the earth, the value of g will be 0. Yes. So we will try to find out that with the help of this equation. Check this. If we will start from this point and we go till center, so that means in this case d will be equals to r, right? So here we can say that if d equals to r, if we are moving like this, so that means we are at the center of the earth. So here g dash is g into 1 minus r by r. Now r by r is 1. Now 1 minus 1 is 0. So yes, at the center of earth, acceleration due to gravity will become 0. Right? And that's how we can find out this. At the center of earth, it will be 0. So it is very interesting, isn't it? That at the center, there will be no feeling of weight. You feel weightlessness. Okay. So just remember this point. Even when we are going above the surface of earth, g decreases. Even when we go below the surface of earth, g decreases. At the center, 0. Okay. At equator, it is less. And on poles, more. So that's how we can talk about the variation in the value of g. Okay. Now on the basis of that, let's talk about some questions. Yes. So first question, acceleration due to gravity at the center of the earth will be 0. Yes, we have talked about this. It will be 0. Now, as the next question for you, I ask everyone to try this question. Come on, pause the screen and try this. Done? So which one is your correct answer? Which one? Okay, let's see. How much below the surface of the earth does the acceleration due to gravity becomes 1% of its value at the surface of earth? How much below should we go so that the new acceleration due to gravity will become 1% of the previous one? That means this is 1 by 100 into g. Can we write like this? So we are saying that g dash becomes g by 100. They're saying that. So till what depth should we go so that g dash becomes g by 100? So for that we can use this g dash equals to g 1 minus d by r. Now g dash they are saying is g by 100, g into 1 minus d by r. g will cancel out. Now you have 1 by 100 equals to 1 minus d by r. Okay, take d by r to this side and 1 by 100 to that side. So this will become 1 minus 1 by 100. Now you have to take the LCM. LCM will be 100. 100 minus 1 will be 99. So what we are getting, D by R equals to 99 upon 100. What we need to find? D, which is equals to 99 by 100 into 6400 kilometers. Right? We need to do that. And when we will solve this, we will be getting 6336 kilometers. Are you getting the same answer? Yes? Is it your answer also? Very nice. Okay. So I hope you understood what we have discussed here, right? What questions we have discussed, what topic we have discussed. Let's summarize. Okay, let's summarize whatever we have done. So what we simply can say that the value of G is equals to Gm by R square, which is equals to 9.8 meter per second square. Now, one of the formula is this, in which M is the mass of Earth, R is the radius of Earth. Okay, and it does not depend upon the mass of the body which you are going to fall, right? There is one more formula for G, which is equals to 4 by 3 pi rho G into R. Now, this particular formula is in terms of density of the planet, radius of the planet. Okay. Now, after that, we also discussed that due to the rotation, due to the shape of the Earth, we found this G is smaller than Gp. So, at the poles, we have more acceleration due to gravity than the Earth. So, what we need to remember that from all the points like above or below, on the surface of the Earth, we have the maximum value of G, but on the surface of the Earth itself, the maximum value is at poles. You got it? Okay. From the above, below, or on the surface, the maximum is on the surface, but on the surface also, the value maximum is at pole. Okay. The second thing, for the height, the formulas are 2 G R square upon R plus H whole square. Okay. But for height smaller than 320 kilometers, we are going to use G into 1 minus 2H by R. This is the formula for height. And for the depth, the formula will be G dash equals to G into 1 minus D by R. Okay. So if we are going above the surface of Earth, G decreases. If we are going below the surface of the Earth, G decreases. At the center, G is 0. Right? G is 0. So you understood this? So I hope everyone understood this particular topic and liked my lecture. Yes? So make sure you will do the practice of all these questions. Okay? Make sure you will also learn this topic. So we will be meeting in the next lecture. Till then, take care of yourself. Have a nice day. Thank you.